Welcome to another edition of New England Football League action here at CAT TV. We are welcoming the Bombers into Bennington today here at Storm Stadium at Lower Willow Park, where the captains are at midfield and we will be underway shortly. I am Michael Mawson. I am the sports editor for the Bennington Banner and Manchester Journal, and I will be your MC today. And the Storm will kick it away to start. We got a nice breezy mid-August afternoon here. A great day to play some football. And the Storm returned to their home field after a couple of games hosting at Spinelli Field. The Storm kicker tees up the ball, and we are moments from getting underway here. The kick is underway, and it will trickle out of bounds, giving the Bombers solid starting field position. The Bombers will start at their own 35-yard line. And it's Phoenix Arroyo taking the snap out of shotgun. He pitches for a sweep, but the Storm defense is there to wrap it up for no gain. 2nd and 10. Good pursuit by the Storm defense to start this one out. 2nd and 10. A little shift in the backfield, and it is a read option, which will be kept by the Bombers quarterback, and he will fall down at about the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5, and it'll set up a 3rd and 5. It's Justin Tatum in the backfield for the Bombers. Alongside his QB. Checks the play sheet. Sends a slot receiver in motion, left to right. A little bit of a botch on the handoff on the exchange there, and 3 Storm defenders are there to tackle them for a loss of 5 back to the original line of scrimmage, back at the 35, where it'll be 4th and 10. Decision time for the Bombers. Quick 3 and out by the Storm defense there. About 2 minutes on the, took about 2 minutes off the clock there. And it looks like the Bombers QB will punt this away. Phoenix Arroyo lines up about 12 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and we have a flag before that play can be snapped. We got a false start on the offense. That'll back them up 5 more yards. Now Arroyo back for the punt. It's a low snap. He does the best he can just to boot it away quickly. And it'll bounce harmlessly to the Storm 39-yard line, where they will start on offense. So Curtis Dowers and the Storm offense will get their first chance here today. And it is a toss, but we do have a flag on the play. So although Joey Ward will take it 61 yards on the first offensive play for the Storm, this one looks like it's coming back. Ward looked like he was only going about 75% on that play. Although that one is coming back, that has to give the Storm some confidence, being able to rip off a 61-yard play like that on their first snap. So instead of a 6-0 game, instead it's the Storm operating from their 30, where it'll be 1st and 19. And the Bombers want to talk things over after giving up that big play. They call a timeout. looks like the first down marker is actually just on the opposite side of the 50-yard line on the Bomber side. So we're looking at 1st and 21 here. Dowers takes the snap. And the Storm just decided to run the same play on the opposite side. Once again, it's Ward with plenty of space. Enough to pick up the first down. That is a gain of 26. This time Ward will line up in the slot. And he is brought in motion. Fake jet sweep. Instead we got a handoff to number 23, who will do his best to stay in bounds, but he actually steps out at about the 15. That is Kyrie Tillery operating out of the backfield for another big gain. Storm will operate just outside of the red zone. They start here at the 22-yard line. Dowers tells Ward to line up to his right. Looks like we got man coverage from the Bombers. Dowers is happy to hand that one off. And Ward gets that touchdown that was called back earlier in this drive. He gets rewarded with a 22-yard score, and the Storm take an early lead, 6-0. You can't ask for more than that from your running game to start. Big play after big play. The Storm will go for one. They'll try the extra point. Linnea Deschiel in to try the extra point. Snap is low. Good job by the holder to get that one off. And the kick is true right up the middle, right through the middle of the uprights. That makes it 7-0 Storm early on. One possession each so far in this first quarter, and the Storm look to feel comfortable at home here today. So Storm kick it off once more. Bombers will return this one in bounds with the Bennington Monument in the background. Can't beat that view, folks. And the Bombers returner gets out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, which is where the visitors will take over here for drive number 2, trying to get something going offensively after that quick 3-and-out. Not entirely sure how much time is left here in the first quarter, as the clock has run this entire quarter, which I do not believe are NFL rules. So clock says 1:08. We will see soon. And this time it's Arroyo with a running back on either side of him. 2 wide receivers out to the left, 1 solo to the right, and it's another handoff. This time to 28, but he will be brought down for a loss of 1. Storm will be happy if they can keep the Bombers behind the sticks here in early downs. It's crucial. And it's another handoff. This one for a first down, the Bombers' first of the day. Gain of 15, just shy of midfield. Once again, that was Justin Tatum. Jason Tatum won a championship with the Celtics this summer. Excuse me for that. Arroyo takes the snap a little high, and we got a bubble screen, but it's incomplete. Once again, the Bombers find themselves behind the sticks here on second down. Arroyo surveys, takes the snap, quick drop back, and he can't find anything. He is swallowed up. That is Storm's number 6 with a sack. Setting up a 3rd and very long. The Storm defense getting pretty much anything they want here in the first quarter. And that was Mark Turman bringing Arroyo down in the backfield. It was a loss of 10 on the play. It's 3rd and 20. Bombers would be happy to get a chunk of this back, and they will not. Read option keeper, brought down in the backfield. It'd be 4th and 25. Almost certainly the Bombers will have to bomb this one away via punt again, giving the Storm good field position unless Arroyo can really get into one here. Oh, unblocked up the middle. Arroyo once again feels the pressure as he punts it away. But the Storm will start at the Bombers' 45-yard line. Don't be surprised to see if Joey Ward gets the ball here again after a very productive and efficient first drive. Still here in the first quarter, Storm leads 7-0, about to operate for their second possession of the game. Antonio Colon talks to Dowers. Lined up out wide. Dowers play action to Ward. Tries to find a receiver on a go route down the left sideline, but ball sails a little far and out of bounds, incomplete. Storm huddle up, 2nd and 10. With their success on the ground, I'd imagine this would be a run play here. And we got a toss to Ward, who cuts back from the right to the left, cuts back all the way. We throws a massive block from a receiver, but it looks like once again a long Ward touchdown run is coming back because of a flag. The elusiveness of Ward early on is really something. He cut back from the far right sideline all the way to the left without being touched, but maybe that was because a Storm player was holding. Ward has had over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns taken away via flags, and we're only in the first quarter. So instead of a 2-possession lead, we have 1st and 15 for the Storm. Excuse me, 2nd and 15. It's Ward lined up to the left of Dowers. Trips to the right. We got a screen pass, and it didn't look like Cologne was ready for that. He was trying to see if he was lined up correctly, and there is a flag. He was checking with the referee to see if he was on the line or off, and by the time he was checking, the ball was being delivered to him. The flag has been picked up, but the play does stand. Incomplete pass on the quick screen. 3rd and 15. And with the way the Storm have operated, I'd imagine this is 2-down territory. You don't need to get all 15 here. And we got a handoff to the right sideline. Ward breaks a tackle, and he's just getting whatever he wants so far today. That's 2 touchdowns. Again, 2 have been taken off the board. He is a real problem for this Bombers defense early on. It's a 45-yard score for Ward, and again, it doesn't even look like he's reached top gear yet today. The Bombers nearly blocked that extra point, but the kick is good. No flag on the play. I thought that might be a running into the kicker, but the officials disagree. Nonetheless, extra point is good. 14-0 Storm. Another kickoff, once again returned by 19, who will take a hit and fall out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Arroyo readies for the Bombers' third drive. Once again, it's Tatum in the backfield. Tatum gets the handoff up the middle. Good fight just to gain about 2 to 3 yards. He faced a Storm defender in the backfield, was able to get away from that, fought through for a modest gain on first down. I believe that's the Bombers' first positive play on first down here today. Let's see if they can take advantage of that. Arroyo with a quick screen to the right side. We got Laundry on the play. It was a gain of about 3. We'll have to wait and see what the call is from the Zebras. And when a flag is thrown that quickly, it typically indicates a hold on the offense. And we got a block in the back. And that'll be a 15-yard penalty for the Bombers, bringing them back to their own 31-yard line where it'll be second down. Hard count, fake, or that was a read option, excuse me. Pursuit is there. That's Troy Trent Jr. wrapping up Arroyo for no gain. Way to stay home there for the Storm defensive lineman. And that is the end of the first quarter with the Storm lead 14-0. And the Bombers face a third and a country mile as we start the second. The Storm are coming off their first loss of the year. They fell to the Middlebury Cobras 26-20. And are 6-1 heading into this matchup. The line to gain is the Storm 48. We have a botched snap. We're just going to go all goes here. Classic Madden play. Incomplete. There is some laundry on the field. Got encroachment on the defense. It was a free play, so smart to chuck it down the field there. We'll replay that down, and we will move the ball up 5 yards. Arroyo takes the snap a little high, does well to survey the field. He finds a receiver down the field, but it was a bit of a hospital ball, and the Storm defender takes the opportunity to play the receiver and break up the ball before it could get there. That'll set up a 4th and long, and it looks like another punt coming from the Bombers. So the Bombers unable to convert on that deep slant. Arroyo with his best punt so far today. Antonio Colon will think about it, but he'll just let the ball. No, he will take it just as the ball is about to come to a stop. He finds the right sideline. Now he does a cutback to the left sideline. Just Arroyo to beat. And he will beat him. That is another touchdown by the Storm. But hold on, we do have yet another flag on the field. And it appears once more this one is coming back. Cologne kind of lulled the punt team to sleep, grabbing it at the last second there. An illegal block is called on the Storm. Take the points off the board, 14-0. And it's safe to say the Bombers are not happy after that play. We'll back it way up. The penalty, the illegal block must have happened right where Cologne picked up the ball. Storm will start about their 15-yard line. They're going to need to go about 85 yards if they want to find the end zone once again. And Bombers want to talk it over once more. They call a timeout. It's the Bombers' second time out of the half. They have one more. I don't believe the Storm have called time yet here today. And for good reason. If they're this efficient, they just want to keep playing. Everything's working here.
Stay positive. If we become negative, it's going to turn worse. Stay positive. Let's go.
All right, timeout over. We are just about ready to get back to play here. I believe that is Levante Wiggins with his first carry of the day. He takes a handoff right up the middle. For a gain of, it looks like 9. It looks like we're going to be 2nd and 1 here. This opens up the playbook to about anything the Storm want to do. They could try to take a shot here. They could just try to get the first down with a short yardage run. Nine yards on first down is a coordinator's dream. Offensive coordinator, that is. It's probably a defensive coordinator's nightmare. Once again, it's Wiggins lined up behind Dowers. We got a play action, and 4 breaks the last line of defense and makes a contested catch. What a grab by Jalen Hill. Dowers pointed him to go long. He broke the last line of defense and did a good job to come back to that ball and make a contested 50-50 catch. Big chunk play for the Storm, and just like that, they're well in Bombers territory, down to the 35-yard line. 2 plays, 50 yards. That'll work for the Storm. Got a pistol set up for the Storm here on this one, and it will be a toss. Tillery waits for the gap to open and then explodes. Good patience there from him. For yet another Storm first down. Tillery lined up to the left. Wiggins to the right. But we have a false start on the Storm. That's about the only thing going wrong here for Southern Vermont today is the amount of flags thrown. Other than that, it's been a near perfect game, near perfect first half, for the Storm. Same backfield for the Storm. Low snap handled by Dowers, and he's going to take a shot to the corner of the end zone. 84 did his best, but was unable to come down with it. He beat his defender, but was unable to track the ball. It might have landed just outside of the end zone. Even if he came down with it, he may have been out of bounds. Nonetheless, good speed shown there by Joe Wiggins. who will once again line up isolated to the left side. See if they try to take another shot there. It'll be a run up the middle instead, and that is another touchdown. Barely touched on his way into the end zone. Levante Wiggins with the score to make it 20-0. Wiggins is tough to bring down with multiple defenders, but if there's just one arm tackle on a 25-yard run, good luck. $20 pending extra point try here. Let's see if the Storm kicker can hit one of these. Ooh. Actually, the ball was pulled. Botched snap. Good job by the holder to not get the kicker hurt there. Tried to throw it out to the flats, nobody there. Scramble play, 2-point try, no good. Score stays 20-0. Clock says 7:23 left here in the first half. Storm lead 20-0. About to kick it off once more. Storm kicker laces him up before he boots it away here. Great boot to about the 5-yard line, where it will be picked up by 19 of the Bombers. Tries to find an opening, but cannot before he's taken down at the 25. Arroyo brings 26 to the right, then back to the left. We got a handoff up the middle. Gap closes quickly. Good job by the Storm defensive lineman there to pinch in and close that gap quickly for a gain of about 2. That was Tyrone Hawley with the gain of 2 on first down there. And they got, looks like a hard count got the Storm to jump once more, but actually no flag on the play. Gain of 3 up the middle, setting up 3rd and 5. Good pump fake. And wow, what a escape by Arroyo and finding a man downfield on an improvised play. That was 13 that sat down at the 45, but that is enough for a first down. The snap wasn't clean, so he had to deal with that, and then he had two Storm defenders in his face. Pump fakes out of it, escapes to the right, and that's the best Bombers play, offensive play of the day so far here in the first half. Let's see if that can serve as as a momentum builder for the visitors here. Once again, problems with the snap, and he will just throw this away. Arroyo didn't like what he saw there. Smart to just you give up on the play and not force anything there. That was Evans Ilisma with the first down catch from Arroyo. The QB wide receiver duo showing some good chemistry on that play. And we got a pitch out to Tatum to the left side. He finds a hole, bounces out. He'll be close to the first down if they don't give it to him, which the referee signaled they will. That's a gain of 10 and another first down by the Bombers. They drive it into Storm territory and are in a good position to put some points on the board for the first time here today. Tatum out on this play, so I would imagine this is probably a pass. And that's why I'm not a football coach, folks. That was actually a run up the middle and a loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Arroyo takes the snap, finds his receiver in the flat, but there is a flag on the play. That was a false start. I'm not sure why the play happened. Should have blown it dead. Or excuse me, that was an offsides. Play action, and it's just going to be a rollout, which Arroyo will keep. He does a good job to sidestep down that sideline and stay in bounds. He cuts back to the left for a gain of a few more. That's a first down. Great run there by Arroyo, and good decision to keep it. And while I admit that I haven't seen every team's roster, I would say that Phoenix Arroyo would probably make the all-name NEFL list. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that. It's a solid name. Storm line up with too many defenders. She'll move the ball up 5 yards. And the Bombers are in the red zone for the first time here in the first half. I'm not sure what is happening here. We got a huddle of both teams and the refs in the middle of it. Looks like there's some discussion on the flag. Will stand. Ref winds the clock. 1st and 5 Bombers. Arroyo out of the shotgun. Fires to the corner. 50-50 ball broken up by a Storm defensive back. Incomplete. In the end zone. Bombers being aggressive. Trying to get on the scoreboard here and gain some momentum by the end of this first half. And while the Storm defense here is just trying to bend, not break.
Go down, let Huxley finish his turn and you get on. All right, Huxley, let's see. Hold on, are you going to score? Stop.
Shotgun snap. Scans the field, hits a slant, hits 80 in the hands, but it is dropped. Looks like he might have dropped that because it would have interfered with prior to the ball getting there. That was big tight end number 80. Beating his man on the inside with that quick slant, but unable to haul it in. D-Ray Willis, listed at 6'6", 225. He's actually listed as a wide receiver. Julio Jones type, if you will. And we got a read option, handoff up the middle. Tatum tries to get in, but it looks like he's a yard short. 3rd and goal from the 1 coming up. Storm make a defensive switch. They bring in another defensive lineman. Very well could be a goal line defense here. And we have a measurement, folks. Must not have been 3rd and goal. My apologies. We got a first down. Now it'll be 1st and goal. And we have a timeout. Both teams will talk things over before this first and goal is snapped. Goal line set up for the Bombers, and it'll be a QB sneak, a tush push. Arroyo down just shy of the goal line. It'll be second and goal. Will we get tush push 2.0 here? Play whistle dead. Looks like the official will move the ball just slightly. Once again, Arroyo out of the under center with two running backs behind him. Some guy halfback dive into the end zone. Bombers are on the board. It's Tatum with the score. Tatum dives in, finds a hole on the right side. Starts to come off the field and says, no, actually I'll stay on for, it looks like a 2-point conversion here. Arroyo makes the call in the huddle. Watch out for the big 80. Isolated man-to-man on that right side, that big 6'6" frame. This could be a jump ball over there. Got a play action. Arroyo looks for him, doesn't see it, tries to get it in himself, but just runs out of bounds. Great pursuit there by the Storm defense not to allow that. Anything there. 2-point conversion, unsuccessful. We got 20-6 game. Storm about to get the ball back. Not sure how much time we have left here in the first half. I would imagine it's short time here for Southern Vermont. Got 1:11 left, according to a Bombers coach. So certainly a 2-minute drill situation for the Storm. If they can rip off a couple big plays like they have many times here in this first half, they very well might add to this lead before halftime. Bombs away for the Bombers on the kickoff, which will land out of bounds. after Cologne's punt return touchdown that was called back, it seems like the visitors do not want to kick his way, making a business decision to kick it out of bounds. So we got a 2-possession game here. If the Bombers can get a stop, they'll have some serious momentum heading into the second half. Got Tillery to the right of Dowers, and I believe that's Ward behind him. Got a toss to Ward, and actually it's a halfback pass. Great play design there, over the middle. Hits Jalen Hill for a large gain. That'll put the ball into Bombers territory. A little bit of trickery there from the Storm. Great job there by Hill to find a soft spot in that defense and just kind of sit over the middle where Ward was able to find him. Got a screen pass to Cologne here. He finds some open space, and that's always trouble. He gets a block from 72, and he will take it in without being touched. Way to show his patience and let those blocks develop ahead of him. And that's a 45-yard score, which will count. So Cologne found the end zone earlier on a punt return, called off, gets it back this time on the wide receiver screen. It takes the Storm just 2 plays to answer the Bombers' lone score of the first half. (26-6). Once again, we'll go for a PAT. Storm are only 1 for 3 so far on these extra point tries. So we'll see if they're able to convert here again. Bombers have done a good job of getting pressure in. They get some again, but once again, this is true. Extra point good. Now it's 27-6 Southern Vermont. Less than a minute to go here in the first half in Bennington, Vermont. Let's see how aggressive the Bombers are in this offensive possession. Less than a minute to go in the first half, coming off their first score of the day. Bombers operating with either 1 or 0 timeouts here. So if they do want to score, they're going to have to work out of the hurry up, and that kick is returned. Great patience by number 1, but the pursuit was just constant by the Storm there. Taken down at about the 35-yard line. Got a bit of a scrum ensuing after the tackle. Got some dirty laundry on the field. That was Stanley pro feet with a good kickoff return there. And if this penalty is on the Storm, that'll set the Bombers up at about midfield. Yeah, it's an unnecessary roughness penalty on Southern Vermont. So the home team gives an opportunity here to the Bombers, who will start at the Storm 48. That makes things a lot more manageable for this drive. Bombers decide to hand it off there. Seems like they're content to take this into the half, 27-6. No gain on that play. It's a pack of Storm defenders there to bring the runner down at the line of scrimmage. 10 seconds. See if the Bombers even break the huddle. Sideline saying, just don't even snap it. And they will not get it off. We're heading into the half, 27-6 Storm lead. I believe we're going to take a break here for the half. Or, excuse me, the Bombers actually called a timeout. I thought it was the end of half. So that's the Bombers' final timeout of the half. They'll try to draw something up here for a big play. 10 seconds left. They're going to need to get 40-plus yards on this drive if they want to find the end zone. Trips to the right. One wide receiver isolated to the left. Arroyo out of the shotgun with Tatum lined up next to him. He passes to the swing. He swings it out to Tatum. We're going to see what the halfback and playmaker can do. Does a good job to pick up 8, but that's not going to be enough. And now that is the half, folks. So the Storm will, in fact, lead 27-6 at the break. Sounds good. And we are back, moments away from starting the second half here at Storm Stadium at Lower Willow Park in Bennington, Vermont, where your Storm lead 27-6 over the Bombers and are about to get the ball back. Cologne Jr. back deep, to receive the kickoff. We'll be interested to see here if the Bombers elect to send it his way or kick it out of bounds once more. Had a conversation with Storm co-owner Chris Sipperly during the break, who said the Storm are a little light-handed at defensive back here today, dealing with some injuries. And the Bombers do not want to kick it to Cologne. They squib it, and that's Jalen Hill who picks it up and takes it to the 40-yard line. Good starting field position once more for the Storm, who will look to make this a 4-possession game. 75 comes in late for the Bombers. He'll take the left edge. Dowers sends one in motion to jet sweep to the left side. That looked like a horse collar. Nothing called. Gain of 4 on the play. And that was Joey Ward in motion, getting the catch and gaining 4. 2nd and 6 Storm here. A 1 bouncer. Play action. He had a man deep. Cologne Jr. beat his man. But we do have a flag on the play. Dowers was getting pressured. And it appears it might be roughing the passer here. It was not. It was actually a penalty on the Storm, which will back him up. Ref are signaling 3rd down. I'm not sure if they called intentional grounding there, but Cologne was in the vicinity, so I can't imagine that being the call. Nonetheless, 3rd and long for Southern Vermont. Another low snap handled by Dowers. He rolls out to the left. And incomplete. Tried to throw it deep. Looks like that was Tillery on the left side there. No good. Storm find themselves in a 4th and 19 situation. And it looks like they're talking about going for this. They huddle up as if they will indeed try here. Storm offense is certainly a confident one. But this is a situation where you probably should punt on your side of the field in a 4th and 19. Hard snap. The snap is off. Dowers is pressured. Fires the ball over to the right sideline. No receiver in the vicinity. And that'll be a turnover on downs, giving the Bombers great field position to try to cut into this deficit. They'll take over at the Storm 30-yard line. Great. Couldn't draw it up better for the Bombers to start the second half here. They're in a great position to make it a 2-possession game here. Storm offense looked a little out of sync there. Let's see if they can regroup while they're on the sideline and get back to their first half form. I'd imagine Joey Ward will once again be somebody that they want to get the ball to on their next possession. But for now, it's a Storm defense being handed a short field here. Phoenix Arroyo looks at the defense and he sends his wide receiver in the slot in motion. It is a handoff to 19, out to the right side. Modest gain on first down. We got a 2nd and 8 here, folks, from the 28. Arroyo goes over to the sideline and gets the play call this time. It's a new wrinkle from the visitors here today. He will relay it to his offense. Take a peek at his play sheet on his wrist. Bombers break the huddle. Storm in a 4-3 here. We got a play action read. He goes back to 19. And Arroyo gets him right at the first down marker. Let's see if the refs will give it to him. They will not. They're going to say he was a yard short when he stepped out of bounds, when he was forced out of bounds. We got a 3rd and 1 here. Got a problem with the chains. A referee with a quick fix. Third and 1, they operate out of the shotgun. And Bombers actually want to talk this over. It's a big down here. They call a timeout and we'll regroup on the sidelines. .9:40 left here in the 3rd quarter. Bombers threatening to cut into this deficit. And 19 has been involved in both plays here. My apologies, but he is not listed on the depth chart. Handled kick returns in the first half and now has been involved in both plays. This time, they decide to go to the man that punched it in for their lone score. That is Tatum up the middle. And we got a 1st down, Bombers. Did just enough to gain the yard needed. Reset the sticks for a fresh set of downs. And the visitors are right at the red zone mark, operating at exactly the 20-yard line. We'll swap out an offensive lineman. And some confusion here. Let's see if the Bombers are forced to burn another timeout, or if they can get this snap off before they delay a game. Not a lot of urgency here. It looks like Arroyo will snap under center. And that is a fullback dive, but the ball is on the ground. Advantageous bounce for the Bombers, who are able to get back on it. Fullback dive. Don't see that a lot anymore, folks. So the Bombers avoid disaster, lose 1. We got 2nd and 11 here. And they decide that they're going to operate out of the shotgun once more. And good rush by the Storm. Forces Arroyo to just get rid of it. That was Demetrius Grayland Michael providing the pressure there for the Storm from the left side. Forcing Arroyo to just throw it out of bounds. Don't make a bad play worse. And after some discussion, they will say it was, in fact, intentional grounding. They said that the ball did not get back to the original line of scrimmage. Loss of down and a loss of 10. Third and long for the Bombers, who need to score here and punish the Storm for the fourth down miscue to start the third quarter here. Arroyo takes the snap. Once again is facing a ton of pressure. That's 99 for the Storm. That is yet another sack for him. He is having a great season. Jamar Gibson with the sack. Turnover on downs. Storm get the ball back, up 3 possessions, and they will start at their own 39-yard line. Dowers tosses it to Ward, who loses the ball, but Storm lineman is at the right place at the right time and falls down on it. And it looks like we do have a injury on the play. A Bombers defender is down. And the Bombers defender is able to lightly jog off under his own power. That's good to see. Hope he's all right. Second and 9 for the Storm. We are back in action. Hard snap confused both teams, and it looks like it'll be a false start here. And just like that, second and 9 becomes second and 14 for Southern Vermont. Dowers back to pass, fires a bullet over to, I believe that's Jalen Hill. Looked like a quick out from Hill, just to try to gain some of those penalty yards back. It's a gain of 3. Set up a 3rd and 8. Storm have shown they're willing to go up for it on 4th down no matter what, so don't need to get it all here. If you can get 5 or 6 and set yourself up in a 4th and 2, I'm sure they'd be happy with that. Dowers rolls out to the right, He's protected by Levante Wiggins, and he fires a ball just over the head of his intended receiver. Setting up a 4th and 8, and the Storm huddle and appear like they will be going for it once more. That was Mark Turman, the intended receiver. He was able to get a hand on it, but unable to come down with it. The ball sailed just over his head. Fourth and 8. Roll out left. Plenty of time in the pocket. Great blocking by the offensive line. He fires a bullet down the field to his number 1 receiver, Antonio Colon, but he is unable to come down with it. The Bombers defenders were not fooled on that play, stuck with Colon, and that is 2 straight turnovers on downs for Southern Vermont. It looks like we got a pair of players down. One from each team on the far sideline. So the Bombers defense has come to play here in the second half, and we have ourselves a game here, folks. Bombers ready to operate once again on the plus side of the field. A new sense of life for the visitors here. Motion. Just some window dressing as they hand off to Tatum up the middle. Storm stuff him for no gain. Fake handoff, roll out left, dart from Arroyo to his receiver, hit him in the hands in the end zone, but unable to come down with it. That would have been a big, big play in this one, folks. That was 13 in the end zone. He had his hands on. You got to come down with that one. Evan Solisma beat his man, beat his coverage, but unable to come down with the ball. So we set up 3rd and 10. Once again, it's Arroyo looking to pass. 5 Storm defenders coming his way. He lobs it out of bounds. the pass rush late in this first half and to begin the second half has been very, very effective here for the Storm. They're beating the Bombers' offensive line on nearly every play, giving Arroyo no time to operate. And that was a quick third quarter here, folks. We head to the fourth, no score in that third. Score remains 27-6 Storm, and the Bombers facing a crucial fourth down here.
Nobody's done yet. Defense ready, defense ready. Right to the end. James coming through. Right to the end. Keep firing. Right to the end. Right to the end. We compete. Defense ready. Defense ready. Yogi, go.
So the change of quarter will give the Bombers a little extra time to talk things over here on this fourth down. And is Arroyo going to punt here? He is lined up about 12 yards past the line. It's a fake punt. It is a go. It is a free play on the hard count. He gets 5 back. Offsides on the defense. It was a free play. He went for the big play, unable to get it, but Bombers will get another chance here on fourth down. And instead of 4th and 9, we're looking at a 4th and 4, which opens up the playbook a little bit more for the visitors. I'd imagine it'll once again be a pass, but the run is there if they want it. Storm defense has shut down the run game here in the second half, though, and for much of the first half. Arroyo looks back. Troy Trent Jr. applies some pressure, makes the quarterback get rid of it. Incomplete. There's 2 flags on the play, so we're going to have to sort through that laundry to see what happens here. But it looks like the Bombers believe it's on them as they walk off the field. No, actually, it is on the Storm, as a penalty once again will hurt them. It's pass interference on the defense, which will give the visitors a fresh set of downs and extend this drive. Instead of a 4th down turnover on downs, instead we have a 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line, just outside of the red zone. Bombers have new life here. They need to capitalize if they want to get back into this game. And halfback draw to Tatum, which did not confuse the Storm defense in the slightest. 3 defenders there to take down the visitor starting running back. No gain. Second and 10, and not a lot of urgency out of this huddle. Facing a 3-possession deficit, I'd expect them to be playing a little bit up-tempo, but that's not the case here. Once again, big number 80 isolated out on the right sideline. You always have to watch him when he's got man-to-man coverage. Instead, it's a handoff up the middle. A fight for a few extra yards will make it about 3rd and medium. And it looks like we have another injury here, which will stop the clock, and we'll check on the player. He looks like he's already up on his feet, running around. Does not want to come out of the contest. He's going to have to come out because they blew the play dead. But glad to see that he's all right. Under center once more for Arroyo in this offense. It's a play action pass, roll out right, looking for big number 80. He throws a rebound ball, and the big body receiver, they're saying he stepped out at the inch-yard line. It looked like he may have gotten in. But instead, Bombers will operate. I'd imagine a QB sneak here. I'm telling you, folks, when you see a 6'6" receiver isolated on one side of the field in this part of the field, you have to think it's going to him. Once again, out of under center, botch snap to the fullback. He may have been driven in. No, he was not. He was tackled short of the end line. Bombers sideline says to do it again. 2nd and goal here. And these are valuable seconds ticking off the clock for the visitors. Facing a 3-possession deficit, you gotta try to score and score as quickly as you can. Once again, fake to 80 this time. Try to find a number 8 on a quick out, but over his head, which will stop the clock. 3rd and goal upcoming. I wonder if the Bombers try to go back to D. Ray Willis here. 6'6", 225 is tough to stop on this at this portion of the field. He is once again split out wide to the right side. Jalen Hill doing the honors covering him. Press coverage. Bombers also have a wide out split out far to the left. Got a man in motion. Hand off to 8. He's going to dive. Ball is loose. Let's see what the call is here. Did the ball come free before he broke the plane? And they're calling it a touchdown. They're going to say he broke the plane before losing control of the ball. Bombers with a big score there. They needed that desperately, and they got it. That was number 8 pressing the square button and leaping into the end zone. And Bombers decide to go for 2. Trying to make this a 27-14 game. Trips out to the right, which is where Arroyo will go. His intended receiver was tripped up on the play, but no call. There is a flag on the far left side of the field. And as well as a Storm defender down. Looks like that was Hill, who does get on up and walks under, trying to walk it off. Looks like he may have twisted an ankle on that play. The flag will result in another 2-point try here. Bombers get a second chance at this 2-point try. Trail by 15 here, trying to make it a 13-point game. Under center is Arroyo. Pressure from the line. And that ball is loose and picked up by a Storm defender. 2-point try, no good. Score remains a 27-12 Storm lead. And you have to ask the question, is it onside time here for the Bombers? I don't imagine they'd want to kick off to Cologne again. So I'd expect either a onside or a squib or a kick out of bounds. Bombers trying to maintain the shutout in the second half and get the ball back. And we do have a squib kick. Looks like Tillery was the one to fall on that at about the 40-yard line, which is where Southern Vermont will take over. $9:50 left in this ball game. Storm offense trying to get back to its first half self, while the Bombers defense will look to continue their shutout effort here in the second half and try and will their team back into this ball game. Storm break the huddle. It's Tillery in the backfield. Or excuse me, some confusion. Tillery lined up behind Dowers. Wiggins to the left of him. Ward in the slot. It's Tillery with the sweep. Great blocking downfield. And that is a big first down run into Bombers territory. That sweep has been there all day for the Storm, and they've taken advantage, running to the outside with great success. Storm ball at the Bombers' 40-yard line. And they will slow it down. Trying to chew some of this clock. And Wiggins gets a handoff up the middle. And absorbs a tackle and gets a first down, gain of 12. He'll move the chains once more.
No, he's off. Let's go, D. Hold him.
The third play of the drive, third first down for the Storm. Dowers sends Ward out to the slot from the backfield. Sends Tillery in motion. We have a flag on the play. I'm wondering if this is a delay. It is, in fact, a delay of game. A little bit too much motion before they can get the snap off. That'll back the Storm up 5 yards to make it a 1st and 15. Wiggins flanks to the right of Dowers. Ball is snap. We got a bubble screen. To Ward. He was looking a little bit upfield before he caught the ball. It'll be an incomplete pass. So no gain on the play, and more importantly for the Bombers, that stops the clock. So we're set for a 2nd and 15 play here. Dowers once again back to pass. He's going for it all. Fires to Tillery. Broken up there by Bombers number 1. Good deflection there by the visitors DB. And believe the refs are going to call an illegal man downfield here on the Storm. Not sure if the Bombers will accept this or not. You're looking at a either 2nd and 20 or 3rd and 15. And with not much time left in this ball game and them trailing by 2 possessions, they will in fact decline the penalty. It's 3rd and 15. This play will tell you a lot of the Storm's mindset here. Are they going to try and chew some clock with a run, or are they going to try and pick this up once more with the pass? And they continue to be aggressive. They go with the pass. It is a wheel to Wiggins, who takes the first contact, does not bother him whatsoever, and he goes in for a touchdown. Great lead pass from Dowers to lead Wiggins past the defender. And good hand flash there by the big man. Breaks the first contact and scores for a 40-yard touchdown. And just like that, the Storm are on the board for the first time in the second half, and they extend their lead back to 3 possessions. It's 33-12. Extra point pending. 3rd and 15, and the Storm are just as aggressive as they can, and they get rewarded for it. Extra point is good. 3 for 3 on attempts where there's no pressure. That's 34-12. Storm lead by 22. So the Bombers threatened here in the second half, but the Storm take full control of this game once more and appear to be on their way to their 7th victory in 8 contests and their return season to the NEFL. And kick is away, but we got a flag and offsides on the Storm on their kickoff coverage. That'll back them up 5. And they'll try to boot away from the 30 now. All right, we'll try this again here. Storm, make sure to not be offsides this time. It is a line drive kick, 1 hop, caught by number 1, who is taken down at the 37-yard line. Bombers are going to need a score here, and they're going to need it quick if they want to attempt a comeback here. Arroyo pulls that ball back, and he's going to take it himself. And some big contact near the first down marker. Gain of 7, 2nd and 3 for the visitors. Arroyo looks to the sideline for the play call, relays it to his team. Storm DBs playing off ball a little bit. Try not to let anything deep. And good break up there by Jalen Hill, but he will be flagged for it. The referees believe he got to the receiver before the ball got there. That'll be a pass interference and a first down for the Bombers. And an injury has once again stopped play. 62 needs some assistance getting off the field here. Royal hands it off to Tatum. Botch snap, fumble, and we got a fumble 6 here. I'm not sure who that is, but he will take it to the house. That is another touchdown, and any hope for the Bombers at a comeback attempt just went out the window. That looks like it's 97 for the Storm, who takes his opportunity. And converts with a long touchdown, untouched. That is a defensive lineman's dream there, folks. Not too many opportunities. They get to touch the ball, let alone return it and find the end zone. Christian Robinson, 97 for the Storm, is the one who took it back for the defensive score to make it 40-12 with the extra point pending. Yeah, we got a 2-point try here. It's 59. It's going to scamper his way into the end zone. Storm are just getting anything they want once more. And it does not appear I have a 59 on my roster, so apologies to that young man who just converted that 2-point conversion. But nonetheless, 30-point game. Storm break it wide open, 42-12. All that's left to do now is watch the clock hit zeros. Kickoff is returned by 13. He tries to take it up the right sideline. Bombers take over at the 38. And I believe we're at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left in this contest. Bombers offense back on the field for what certainly should be their final offensive drive of the day. Bombers come out in a trips right formation. Arroyo will fire away, but 97 will get to him for the sack. We got a flag on the play. And we got another flag late after the play, after some discussion. And I believe 97's day will end a little bit early today. He has just been thrown out of this ball game. He was flagged for what I believe to be unnecessary roughness. He continues to talk to the officials. He takes his helmet off. You'd be wise to just get to the sideline here. Some animosity between both sides in this blowout. And we got another flag. And I believe another Storm player may have just been tossed from this contest. Yeah, that's 2 Storm defenders tossed out of this game before the Bombers even get a second play off. We got Storm coaches on the field. We got some handshakes between both sides. And a 30-point game should just take a knee here. But Christian Robinson has been ejected, and I believe a second player for the Storm as well. We got about a third of the field in penalty yards here. Put the Bombers, oh, actually make that 45 yards in penalties. You don't see that every day, folks. 45 yards in off-ball penalties. That's nearly half the field if you're not good at math. It's not going to matter to the bottom line here, as the Storm will get the victory, but Bombers will try to score for a third time. And we have another penalty, so that'll make it 50 yards in penalties before the snap, as this is an offsides on the Storm. Referees whistle the play dead as 6 was unevaded to the quarterback. All right, after all that, the Bombers set up at their own, at the Storm 30-yard line. Arroyo under pressure, steps up in the pocket, finds 13, who does a great toe tap before he falls out of bounds. Gets the 1 foot necessary down. Great catch there by 13 at the 2-yard line. And that's been Arroyo's favorite target today. Once again, making a connection. They've shown on a few plays that they've been on the same page, and Evans Elisma once again gives the Bombers a first down here in the closing minutes of this game. Quick touchdown to the big body receiver, number 80. I told you folks, in the red zone, he's somebody to look out for, and he holds on to that one for a score. D-Ray Willis with the touchdown reception. Makes it 42-18. Offense stays on the field to go for 2. And I'd imagine the Storm just need this once they get the ball back. But before that, we got a quick slant. And once again, it's 11-13 for 2 more. It makes it 42-20, which should be the final. And the referees say that is the end of the contest. Storm bounce back with a big win. Dominant first half. Hold on in the second half. 42-20, your Storm win. For Cat TV, I am Michael Mawson with the Bennington Banner, saying goodbye from Lower Willow Park here at Storm Stadium. Thank you for tuning in.